From High Point, North Carolina to Johnson City, Tennessee, the High Point University Panthers have willed themselves to their first Big South championship appearance since 2004. The team is on a 13-game win streak, the second longest in the nation. Their job is still far from finished, though, as the Winthrop Eagles stand in their way and look to keep the Panthers from their first NCAA tournament appearance in program history. The most important game in High Point history comes today. This is the Panther Pregame.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Panther Pregame. I'm Anthony Evangelista alongside my good friend Jimmy Roselli, and we are here in the Freedom Hall Civic Center of Johnson City, Tennessee for the Big South Championships. Your High Point men's team takes on the 3-seeded Winthrop Eagles in just a short moment, and the High Point women's team takes on the number 2 Longwood Lancers tonight at 6 p.m. in this arena. Jimmy, it's a big day today for High Point. What can we expect to see?
Well, I mean, and to say the least, both these teams have just been dominant in the Big South tournament. These are two of the top-level teams in the Big South Conference and have showed real spurts of talent, right? You stand one game away from making a dream come true. You're one game away, one win away from not only winning a championship, but proving to the world that you're worthy of competing at a national level. It's every kid's dream when they play basketball to play in this NCAA tournament, and to just be one win away, the pressure mounts, it's all on you, and you got to show the fans what you're worth.
Well, High Point coming in as the back-to-back regular season champions this year, trying to finish it off. Coach Alan Huss at the helm, 2-time Big South Coach of the Year, has completely revamped this program.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Huss is the biggest impact for the Panthers, no doubt about it. A couple seasons ago, this was a school that really had no attention, right? They were looked down upon, but now you look at the Panthers, Coach Huss transformed it in a completely new way. You see, last season, regular season champions, they make it to the semifinals, they fall short. This season, they win regular season championship again. Coach Huss wins Coach of the Year once again, and now the expectations are higher than ever. This is the time where you got to fulfill destiny and make it to the NCAA tournament.
High Point came out of yesterday's semifinals game in a close one. We're able to come out and beat the Radford Highlanders. Let's take a quick look at the clip of Alan Huss talking yesterday after the win.
It wasn't work hard, but we did enough versus a team that was desperate, urgent, obviously very talented, very well coached. We did enough. We recognize that this time of year, enough is all it takes.
Should definitely be a good one in the men's game today. But let's take a quick look at the women's game that happens tonight at 6 against the Longwood Lancers. They split the season series, but the big elephant in the room is the loss of star player Nikaya Terrell. She went down with a non-contact injury yesterday, ending her season. Will the High Point Panthers be able to recover today?
Yeah, I mean, Nikaya Terrell's been a real good guard for the Panthers all the way throughout her career. She hit 1,000 points this season, and she continues to dominate on a conference level. Losing her is going to be a big impact, but it is a 5-girl game, right? You got 5 girls on the court. Losing one, you can't let it change the tide of your momentum. You got to play hard. You got to have players step up. One player in particular, Shakira Baskerville, right? She's been big on the rebound spectrum for the Panthers, and now that you lose a guard, you got to keep these offensive possessions alive for missed shots and more opportunities to finish. Expect her to step up big, and other players along with her to fulfill that losing spot.
We're going to take a quick look at the clip from yesterday from head coach Chelsea Banbury after their win against Winthrop.
You know, our hearts break for her. It's so hard to see. She's a senior. You never want to see that sort of injury on anybody, but, you know, someone that's really playing for something and playing well to go down in this game. Our hearts break for her, you know, and our girls, I think they're coming together, and now they're playing for more than themselves. You know, they're playing for their teammate that wants to be out there.
Now let's take a look at the keys to the game for this High Point men's team versus Winthrop. We're joined here by Griffin Wright. Both of these guys have been doing the play-by-play in color for the radio broadcast on these last 2 games. They're doing it again today. So, Griffin, what do you think the keys to the game are for this High Point team to come to victory?
Listen, I look at 2 things, right? Mentality, right? It's hard playing 3 games in 3 days. And you look back at the last 2 times these guys have played, and High Points have dominated. This is not the same Winthrop team that we've seen, and I'm really excited to see also the offensive glass, second chance opportunities. Radford yesterday dominated the offensive glass, and so I see that if Winthrop dominates the offensive glass, they will continue on their run.
Yeah, and Winthrop's a team yesterday that just lit up the perimeter shots. I mean, they were on fire from three-point range. They're a tough team to stop on offense, and the Panthers are really going to have to step up on the perimeter if they want a chance to win this one. Hard defense, but clean defense. We saw in the quarterfinal matchup, the Panthers had a tremendous amount of fouls called on themselves. They played a lot better yesterday in the semifinals. They were beating their guys to the spot, but they got to do the same today in the biggest moment of their season.
And you know what? No one wants to play the hot hand. Winthrop is definitely the hot team coming into this tournament. They've won 10 out of their last 11. Their one loss coming to High Point at home. So this High Point team, they beat them twice this year. Should definitely be a great matchup.
I mean, to say the least, two teams that have dominated the Big South Conference. Griff, you have your fair share of big-time games. You were a real star basketball player in high school. You played in some state championships. He's laughing at you, but I know your history. I'm a good friend of yours. You've told me all the stories. You've played at some high levels and against a lot of D1 guys. This moment is a very emotional spot, a very passionate spot. How do you handle it if you're a player?
Listen, March Madness, right? One shining moment. This is the moment for the Panthers. They've been waiting for this for years. I mean, 2004 was the last time you've been here. I was 1. Jimmy was, what, like 2 months? And he was 30. So, you got, at the end of the day, this is the one moment, and I'm ready to see March Madness here.
It should be exciting, no doubt about it.
High Point looking for their first NCAA tournament appearance in program history. If you want to watch today's game, they are still one game away. We've got the Mixler link. Both of these guys are on the call for the radio today. But for now, that has been the Panther pregame. I'm Anthony Evangelista alongside Jimmy Roselli and Griffin Wright. We've got a great game on our hands today here in Johnson City, Tennessee. We're hoping the Panthers could come out with a victory. Thank you guys for watching the Panther pregame. And as always, roll Thurs.